Today's topic is anatomy and physiology of pharynx. Pharynx is conical and fibromuscular tube forming the upper part of air and food passes. It is 12 to 40 centimeter long, extending from base of skull to the lower border of cricoid cartilage. Width is 3.5 centimeter at base and narrow to 1.5 at the pharyngo-oesophageal junction. The narrowest part of the GIT, a part of appendix, is the pharyngo-oesophageal junction. Structures of pharyngeal wall. It consists four layers from within to outwards. Mucosal layer that lines by pharyngeal cavity containing the mucous membrane of Eustachian tube, nasal cavity, larynx and esophagus. The epithelium is ciliated columnar epithelium in nasopharynx and stratified squamous epithelium elsewhere. Second is pharyngeal aponeurosis, also known as pharyngobasilar fascia. It is fibrous layer lined by muscular coat, which particularly thick near the base of skull but thin and indistinct inferiorly. Third is muscular coat. It consists two layers of muscles with three muscles in each layer. Buccopharyngeal fascia. It covers the outer surface of constrictor muscles, and in the upper part it is also known as prolonged forwards to cover the buccinator muscles, hence this name. Pharyngeal spaces. Two potential spaces in relation to pharynx where abscesses can formed. First is retropharyngeal space behind the pharynx, and second is parapharyngeal space, sides of pharynx. It contains parapharyngeal space contained carotid vessels, jugular vein, last four cranial nerve, cervical sympathetic chain. What is Killian's dehiscence? It is in a potential gap. It is formed by the inferior constrictor muscles, which have two parts. First is thyropharyngeus with oblique fiber, and second is cricopharyngeus with transverse fiber. First is thyropharyngeus with oblique muscles, and second is cricopharyngeus with transverse muscles. Here is Killian's dehiscence. Between these two parts exists a potential gap called Killian dehiscence, also called gateway of tear. It is the site for herniation of pharyngeal mucosa in case of pharyngeal pouch. Waldeer ring. Voldare ring, it is scattered throughout the pharynx. In the subepithelial layer is the lymphoid tissue, which is aggregated at place to form the masses, collectively called the Voldare ring. The masses are on posterior side there is adenoid, also known as nasopharyngeal tonsil, and palatine tonsil. Lateral side is palatine tonsil, anterior side lingual tonsil. There is tubal tonsil, lateral pharyngeal band, and sixth is nodules on posterior pharyngeal wall. Division of pharynx: three parts. Nasopharynx, also known as epipharynx. Second is oropharynx. Third is hypopharynx or laryngopharynx. Now first, nasopharynx, which extend from base of skull to soft palate. The roof is formed by the nasopharynx. Roof is formed by the basisphenoid or basioccipital, and posterior wall is formed by the atlas vertebra, arc of atlas vertebra, and floor is formed by the pharyngeal isthmus, and anterior wall is formed by posterior nasal aperture. Lateral wall is formed by the pharyngeal opening of Eustachian tube. Eustachian tube that is bounded by the above and behind by the elevation called torus tuberous, raised by the cartilage of the tube. Here is an endoscopic view of nasopharynx showing the torus tuberous in the lateral wall of the nasopharynx. Above and behind the tubal elevation is a recess called fossa of Rosenmuller. Is the commonest site for origin of carcinoma of nasopharynx. Here is the pharyngeal end of Eustachian tube and cartilage. That cartilage is torus tuberous. Second is oropharynx. It extends from plane of hard palate to plane of hyoid bone. The posterior wall is formed by the opposite of the second and upper third vertebra. Lateral wall is formed by the palatine tonsil and anterior pillar and posterior pillar. Interior wall is formed by the base of tongue, lingual tonsil and valleculae. Third is laryngopharynx, which extend from plane of hyoid bone to lower border of cricoid cartilage. Posterior wall is formed by the opposite of vertebral, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, and anterior wall is formed by the larynx. Function of pharynx: conduct air which has been warmed and humidified. Eustachian tube that ventilate the middle ear, important for hearing. Voice production, drainage channel for mucus, and functioning, swallowing, vomiting, gagging, deglutition and speech. Also provide local defense and immunity.